Hi. Time management's a problem that a lot of people struggle with. Most of us feel that we're not getting enough done each day. So it's a really important issue. And today I want to give you a tip that might help you get more done each day. Time management can be a problem in one of two ways. Some people have trouble managing their time because they don't have the knowledge or the best techniques on how to manage it. Another aspect of time management problems can be unconscious blocks that are preventing people from progressing as they want to. Some part of them is holding them back at an unconscious level. Now, today's tip is to do with the conscious mind issue that I mentioned at the start. But if you have unconscious mind problems, if you feel that something's holding you back, that you're not really aware of what it is, even though you're using the best time management techniques, maybe we should have a chat. You'll find links on my websites and on all my social media platforms, or send me a direct message. So today I want to talk about something called the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule. It was discovered in 1897 by an Italian economist, Vilfredo Pareto, and he was looking at the distribution of income and wealth in England in the 19th century. He was surprised to find that wealth was not distributed evenly. About 20% of the population actually had about 80% of the wealth. He then went and looked in other countries and found much the same sort of distributions. He looked at over different time periods as well, again finding the same thing. So he came up with this rule that's now called the 80-20 rule, that says that about 80% of your output, which might be profit, sales, any other measures of output, is produced by only 20% of the inputs. And the inputs can be people, hours worked, goods, time, skills, or anything else that's used to produce something. So in a business, that means that about 20% of the clients or customers produce, on average, about 80% of the income for the business. Or another way of looking at it might be that an employee would be spending maybe 20% of his time on something that will produce 80% of the income for the business. Now, businesses in Japan realized this, and this was part of the reason they were able to progress so much in the post-war period. They developed so quickly, and many multinational companies use this principle now. And yet it's sort of counterintuitive, isn't it? You'd really expect that about 50% of your inputs would produce about 50% of the outputs, but that's not the case. Now, when I say 80-20, they're very rough figures. You know, it might be 70-30 or some other similar sort of ratio. But the main point is that most of the outputs are produced by only a small proportion of the inputs. You might even look at your wardrobe and you might see that you wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. If you look around and think about this as you go about your day, you might be surprised how it applies to all of us. So how does this apply to somebody trying to get more done each day? Well, if you're aware that 20% of your work is going to produce 80% of your output, it makes sense that you'd look at which 20% is going to be give you the most benefit. It's a matter of being critical about your activities and realizing some of them aren't going to produce the outcomes that are so valuable to you that you really want to achieve. So it's getting rid of more or less the dead wood of your activities, if you like. And of course, by concentrating on the things that are going to produce the greatest output, you'll be more relaxed. You're not trying to achieve quite so much each day, and even that in itself will help you achieve more. And it'll give you time for more recreation and enable you to live a more balanced life. So I encourage you to, as you go about your day, to think about the 80-20 rule, think about it in all sorts of areas of your life, but also in terms of how you use your time. Work out what's the most effective, most important 20% of your activities and try and focus more of your time on them. Now, if you've got the unconscious blocks that are helping you with the time management, as I said at the start, if there's something inside you that's causing you a bit of an inner struggle, making it hard for you to really manage your time as well as you'd like, please get in touch with me on one of the links or direct message me. We can have a chat and see how I can help you with that. We normally can help people very, very quickly and make significant change in their lives. So thanks. I hope you enjoy using this tip and find it helpful.